anything you want.
Who knew him insisted he had no enemies.
Please.
The investigation on one shilling. His greatest enemy was
A person with just a little smidge of money can afford so much of more.
Atlanta, Georgia, known for its vibrant culture and bustling urban scene, was home to 43-year-old George F. Young, who lived there with his wife,
Life. Air
George
conditioning,
family man, and an incredibly present father despite his demanding career. George
television,
had recently launched a successful celebrity-focused bodyguard business. As a result of his hard work, George was able to provide his wife
you
and
can get
children
food delivered right to your door.
Just tell me what you want.
neighborhood in nearby Buford, Georgia. On the night of November 16th, 2017, George F. Young had just wrapped up a high-profile assignment guarding rapper Lil Yachty at a clothing store in Atlanta Mall. Exhausted after a long day, he was home around
I want to
11:30 p.m.
know if inside that soft, pudgy exterior there's any remnant of a man. Because you look like a sack sewn from pasty skin and filled with shit. I want to know how far you will bend before you break.
Harvey ran upstairs to inform Tia, and they immediately called.
I'm sorry she hurt you, but I need to find the office director.
He said he was going to the conference hall to give a speech or something. Please tell Ilsa that I've been cooperative.
You just stay here. Get some rest.
I'll be good. I'll be good.
Single shell casing, which raised more questions than answers since George had been shot twice. Detectives quickly spotted the CCTV camera aimed directly at the entrance, raising their hopes of capturing a critical lead. But those hopes were quickly dashed when they learned that the camera hadn't been recording at the time of the incident. To make matters even stranger, George's family revealed that the camera had been out of operation for months. An odd detail for a man who made his living in security. Investigation. When the investigation began, theories and assumptions swirled in every direction. Some speculated it was a case of mistaken identity, while Tia, George's wife, suspected a gang-related crime. But here's the thing. This upper-class neighborhood had no history of violent incidents, let alone gang activity. Desperate for a breakthrough, they shifted their focus to George's everyday life. And that's when Tia provided a potentially useful tip. She said that George had mentioned being followed by a white SUV on 2 separate occasions, and one of those times the driver had even tried to run him off the road. Now, while the police pursued this lead, Detective David Smith noticed something unsettling about Tia's 911 call. The way she and her brother, Harvey Tanner, described events seemed inconsistent. Sensing that something was off, the detectives brought Tia and Harvey in for questioning. But what happened next only raised more questions. The interrogation. The detectives brought Tia and Tim in for questioning, expecting clarity, but were instead met with a startling revelation. Tim wasn't Tia's brother, but rather a family friend who had been staying with them. This was a red flag for the detectives, and they wondered if Tia had initially called him her brother in an attempt to divert suspicion. The situation became even more complicated when Tia was accused of having an affair with Tim by George's family members. However, they didn't have enough evidence to support their claims, and Tia insisted that the main tarnishing the family's reputation. The detectives kept carrying out the investigation to his death many times, and by April 18th, that incident were standing. Detectives decided that him back in. This time, they were ready to
Collecting intel here. Sniper. Moving in on hostile. Copy, boss. Moving there.
Maneuvering now, boss.
Off-sighted. Got the wolf, boss. Located a bad guy. Over there. Okay, Ghostly. We're clear. Good hit.
Got a wolf on target.
Got one of those auto turrets over there. There's a wolf there.
Oh shit. Sniper. Be advised. Drone on the X.
Roger. Getting in position. Sniper in the area. Copy. I have eyes on the wolf. Commander on target. Hostile down, Ghostly. Solid work. Wolf in sight. There's an hostile.
Maneuvering to the target.
Maneuvering in position.
Have the wolf covered.
Getting in position. Got the wolf, boss. Okay, Ghostly. We're clear. Good hit.
What is it?
Lacey Penner?
Yeah? What of it?
Jesus sent me. He said you were his collaborator.
Collaborator, huh? More like co-conspirator. Is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine. He said you were working on some songs together.
Well, I'm just the messenger. He's the artist. These notes contain intel about an operation led by Captain Savage. If Jesus can compose a tune out of them, the outcasts should be able to decode it in time to mount a defense.
You sure he'll be able to do that?
He'll find a way. But you need to be very careful. Jesus is a dead man if this gets into the wrong hands. Guard it, and him, with your life.
I hear that. Let me get a clean shot. Roger that. Moving now. Positive ID. Roger. Wolf locked. Copy, Commander, boss.
Moving to the target.
Got a breach her. Killed him. Well done.
Maneuvering now, boss.
Got him. They're down. Solid work.
and I'm like get all ready to either cut both sounds or fire.
Roger. Moving to target. Got the wolf, boss. Clear. They're gone.
Nice shooting.
Quiet. They know we're here. Copy, boss. Moving there. Sit here, boss. Got a hostile. Sniper's about to fire on us. Drone deployed.
The drone will give us an extra edge.
Enemy over there. Know that? You need to check those wounds fast.
Drone batteries, 0. It's out.
The extra firepower would have helped.
And to my knowledge, it's a family that I can tell. Now, this last time, I think the last time I got a visit, so that was a transmission. I think it was like about 23 million. I don't think we finished that well. Yeah, I think we got paid for maybe 13. George was in the process between the two of us. But that's the only part I was, I don't know, it's just, if I had something to go into and see, it's just nothing.
The Young's neighbor informed the police that immediately after hearing the gunshots that night, he looked out his window and he saw someone who he believed to be Tim running from the house to George's SUV parked in the driveway. The neighbor claimed that he watched as Tim removed something from the vehicle and then ran back inside. When confronted, Tim explained that George had asked him to place a tracker on the car in case something ever happened to him. But then things took a bizarre turn when Tim was asked why his first instinct as George lay dying was to remove the tracker. He claimed that it was to protect George's reputation, alleging that George had been involved in trading guns between Florida and South Carolina, and that a man named Carlos had recently come to their home and told Tia that George owed him money. But when the detectives asked Tia about this, she knew nothing about it and was unable to support Tim's story.
Which is your and so you guys would be said to be together. And that was the whole deal.
I can tell you that's a lie. That's a lie.
So I want to hear from you the truth and what was really going on. Because if that's what he's telling you in the article, he's involved. See how that's going to look.
Yeah, but that's what I can tell you that's what.
Okay. Tell me.
I don't, first of all, like I said, I don't know what he's involved. I don't know anything about what happened.
Well, listen,
I didn't even know the policy was even good until me and Rob followed a couple days later.
okay.
So, there's no, first of all, I'm used to relationship struggle my entire marriage. I would never hurt or take anybody's life from away. And like I said, first of all, I knew at one point George had $1 million, 450, and I had 250 in it. I knew he had at some point dropped one. I didn't know he dropped the 450 until me and Rob started our calls and found out one was up in the end of the woods. But taking over the business, I knew nothing about it. That was never a discussion we had.
One of the things that obviously was you told her that there was a $1 million policy way last year.
Me and Ivy have never discussed an insurance policy, never. Now, George told me at some point that Ivy knew about it. Him and Ivy were very close. And she used to work for George remotely from Long Beach. She could log on and work for him. So at one point, I don't know, I think it was a couple of years ago, he said that an email that I guess the insurance company sent him, Ivy saw it. Or I don't know if she can access his, I think she can access his massive email. And so he told me, he said, now Ivy knows about the insurance, policy that we have. But me and Ivy have always been close.
I guess obviously the concern that I'm telling the thing with him is he got the tracker, he got it. He had tried to put some apps on George's phone before then, and he said George knew about those. I know for a fact George didn't know because I have his text messages where he explained to George that it was Zena, that Zena was trying to do that to him. But I know for a fact they only signed up through his phone because I could tell him that. So he was trying to find ways to track George, and George didn't know it, which is why I have a hard time believing about him knowing that the tracker was going to be on the car because he didn't know about the other stuff on the phone. Because why would you explain to him Zena did it and explain it away if he knew that's what you were trying to do? You would just tell him this is what I'm doing. Because when he downloaded those apps, it sends a notification to the person you're trying to track. So George was like, why am I getting this notification? You're trying to track my phone. And he said, oh, Zena's been trying to track me, which is not true. Um, Also, he was looking at that app for the tracker, which in his words is only supposed to be in case something was going to happen to him, to find the truck, not him, which is weird that you're only worried about the car, not him. If he was looking at it from the day that he bought it on the 6th, he was looking at it every single night. And he was looking at it the night before George came home.
The night of the 16th. So, okay, so the tracker says, yes, it's fine. I mean,
Okay, so a couple days prior to the murder earlier, he tried to download these apps on your phone. It's like on the phone, essentially for virtual records. You can try to my phone. You can do that. So that person's going to track and sends in a notification. I have it on George's phone. Notification text. Tim, why am I getting this? And he said, oh, Zena's trying to track me because of stuff going on with her. Don't worry about it. I'm sorry. But I know for a fact he signed up for it because it came to his email through his phone that he signed up for it. He has to download the app on the phone. So you should say, so George didn't know he was trying to track him. Otherwise, he would have been like, hey, I'm tracking you. Talked about this before.
oh, yes.
You see what I'm saying? Then he got that actual tracker and was using it the way he put it on.
Okay.
He was looking at that one on his phone.
Okay.
We had the app and I could show every time he opened it, every single night from the night that he bought it up until the night of the murder. And he was looking at it the night of the murder before George got home. So he knew when George was going to be home because he was watching him on the net.
Okay, so. So.
And before that, he was. That's what I'm asking you.
I don't know.
Before that, he was researching all kinds of business things online. He researched black algorithm, which is the most safe in the world, and not bother them. He was trying to over 27 times. That's how many times he looked it up to try to find it. He tried to find the venom, and he rob the snakes himself. You see how that looks? A week later, you bought a tracker to put on his car, and then I know that you're looking at it the night of the murder. And the first thing you did, instead of helping your friend, was run out to the car and take the tracker off. Who does that? You know what I'm saying? In front of a jury, when you look at that, say, what would a reasonable person do? No reasonable person would jump over a dead body or somebody who's dying to go pull something off a car. That would be the last of their words.
While Tia claimed to have no knowledge
Put my night
of
goggles
George
on.
still holding a life insurance policy, her actions suggested otherwise. It was revealed that George had a $1 million life insurance plan with Tia listed
Putting
as
on
the
night
sole
vision.
beneficiary. To make matters even more suspicious, Tia wasted no time after George's death, and she immediately contacted the insurance company to begin processing the payouts. Not exactly something that an innocent and recently widowed grieving wife would immediately do.
So that's my question to you. Now, the problem is that now he's bringing it to so you called it insurance the very next day.
The next day or 2 days later.
Yeah, so it was the next day. And you see how that looks though?
Right. And my mom can tell you, you talked to her. She started robbing me the next morning. She said, Tina, you need to, do you have insurance? How are you going to get on anything? I said, Mom, and she can tell you, you call her right now before I can get into it. I said, Mom, I can't deal with it. I'll worry about that later. I said, this is, I'm over the mountain with what just happened. And so she kept saying it. And matter of fact, it was her, and I'm not sure it might have been George's mom and
Why did
his
your
sister.
mother call the insurance that soon, the very next day?
That's what I'm saying. My mom is the one that kept telling me I needed to call.
Okay.
She kept just, she knew I didn't have to. And she said, how are you going to move him when you don't know if he has a policy? And I said, Mama, I'll get to that in a couple days. I'm not, I said, right now I'm looking out for that too. That's what happened. He got on the third flight. And she was
On your toes. We got hostiles nearby.
so can you was out? So pull out and I said, you don't serve and children. And I said, I don't know, mommy keeps running me out. So that's what God said.
Outstanding.
We'll all together. So that's how I do it. And so I said, this is my mama right now. And she was
Roger, getting in position.
Roger,
Roger, we're flocked. Roger, moving to the target.
Moving to the target. Ready, both.
Okay, Ghost Leader, we're clear.
Well done.
Roger, moving to target. Copy. I have eyes on the wolf.
Wolf locked. Target escaped.
Killed him.
Solid
Area
work.
secured.
So, like, I don't, I just walked around the bed and I told him,
Roger, getting in position. Getting in position. Got the wolf boss.
Wolf in sight.
Good to go. Clear. They're gone.
Good hits.
Like the fact that the crime scene tape was still working around their home. By the way, so far, like now, dive back in.
Let me get a clean shot. Roger, wolf locked.
Have the wolf covered. I don't got him, boss.
Got him. They're down.
Rock and roll.
Got company. Stay sharp. Now you're just showing off.
All clear here.
Maneuvering in position. Moving in, I'm hostile. Roger. Drone is on.
Maneuvering to the target. Wolf in sight.
Hostile down, Ghost lead.
Nice shooting.
Look sharp. You're not alone. Damn it. They know.
Okay. So, obviously, okay. So, I have all the meetings.
Copy, boss. Moving there.
So, this is where we're at.
All set.
I know.
Clear.
Okay. What I want from you now is to understand all of this, because what it looks like is you're this hateful, horrible spouse that connived with your boyfriend to kill your husband for money. If that's how it is, then that's fine. You can tell me that. But if that's not what happened, then this is your only chance to tell me what was really going on. Then tell me this is your only chance to tell me what's really going on. Because everything else looks really bad. And I'm telling you right now, if you put all of this in front of the jury without your explanation of it, that's exactly what they're going to think.
Bad guys. Danger close. Clean kill, Ghost. That's it. All good.
You have a relationship with them, as he said.
Heads up. Bad guys are close. Roger. Moving to target. Moving in. Copy. I have eyes on the wolf. Radio op as good as dead. Hostile down, Ghost lead.
Solid work.
And I tell him that one of the school told me that he opened the door, he saw me. So I can tell you when I go back to school.
Got a hostile position there.
He says, oh, there's somebody got shot. He says, oh, he said it now says it's not that the next day. But you already knew that.
Sweet shot, Ghost lead.
Detectives observed, interpreting it as a desperate attempt to scramble for an excuse to cover her tracks.
Roger that. Moving now. Wolf identified. Got him. They're down.
Good hit.
Hostile identified. Over there. Got a hostile position there.
On November 17th, the day after Tia contacted a friend. He asked him to locate and retrieve his cell phone. Instead, the friend found this highly suspicious and later Tia apologized. But claimed that one of Tim's texts might make her violence. While she cared, her husband had just been murdered.
I know that. You know that stuff. Well, why would you tell me progress? Let me know.
Please, go away.
Lacey Penner?
Yeah? What of it?
Jesus sent me. He said you were his collaborator.
Collaborator, huh? More like co-conspirator. Is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine. He said you were working on some songs together.
Well, I'm just the messenger. He's the artist. These notes contain intel about an operation led by Captain Savage. If Jesus can compose a tune out of them, the outcasts should be able to decode it in time to mount a defense.
You sure he'll be able to do that?
He'll find a way. But you need to be very careful. Jesus is a dead man if this gets into...
Lacey Penner?
Yeah? What of it?
Jesus sent me. He said you were his collaborator.
Collaborator, huh? More like co-conspirator. Is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine. Yeah, he said you were working on some songs together.
Well, I'm just the messenger. He's the artist. These notes contain intel about an operation led by Captain Savage. If Jesus can compose a tune out of them, the outcasts should be able to decode it in time to mount a defense.
You sure he'll be able to do that?
He'll find a way. But you need to be very careful. Jesus is a dead man if this gets into the wrong hands. Guard it, and him, with your life.
I hear that.
Take it easy. Turn ahead.
Regroup on me.
Roger, on our way. Let me see what we're up against. Turn ahead. Watch out.
I'm sorry that you never told me. The first 2 months we did, it started back up around when we first got married. The first couple months we were started up to switch stuff. But then, wasn't too hard to prove it, but we were picking up some stuff for get to the finish. The finish is the one that we go for. And I just wanted to then see if anything else of it to put in. Oh, because I'm sure it was perfect. Thinking that I'm helping the parent then. So I think it might have been a little bit more.
This couldn't have been further from the truth. Shortly after his death, his sister, Ivy, traveled down
We're in the
to
clear.
South Carolina to saw the vehicle and lost her husband, but instead of finding Ivy suspected something deeply unsettling. She witnessed Tia and Tim cozied up in ways that were anything but appropriate for a time of mourning. According to Ivy, it was so bad that she had to cut her trip short. She described how Tia would spend an unusual amount of time in Tim's room, candlelit and romantic songs.
See how that kind of the timeline went? Had to be moved up because it was waiting another week.
We surrender! Don't shoot!
I'm not with Sentinel. Mad sent me.
Oh, thank God. You scared the shit out of me.
This guy's scaring me enough as it is.
Be rational? Sounds like a fancy way to say give up.
You won't be helping anyone if you're full of bullets.
I'll make it through.
Fellas, what's the situation?
Kyle wants to run the blockade, because apparently he's desperate for a closed casket funeral.
My wife Layla needs this insulin, and she's not the only one. They'll die without it.
I can get you through. You ready to go home? Mount up.
He eventually admitted being in a relationship with Tim, but claimed that he began because she suspected George of cheating on her. However, the detectives could find no evidence to support her claims about George's alleged infidelity. Harvey and some detectives had already spoken against him. They extracted more information from him, potentially uncovering additional details of his motive behind her.
Yeah, well, just when you get the first time around, so maybe you may say something now. And also, okay.
I gotta say, I'm glad you came along when you did. We were at the end of our rope.
You just keep your head down if trouble comes, got it?
You're military, right?
Well, I'm trained to handle things like this, if that's what you mean.
Right. But what are you doing here? On our island?
Well, the original plan got shot out of the sky. Now, I'm trying to figure it all out.
Not much of an answer, but you can keep your own counsel. That's fine by me. Blockade up ahead. We never made it past here.
All right, keep your heads down.
Damn, another one.
It's okay. I'll handle it.
What is with these people?
Sentinel isn't messing around. This is worse than I thought.
There's another blockade ahead? Are there supposed to be this many?
Yeah, I bet you and Mason drive moonshine. This is the last one. We're almost out of this.
This is it, here. I could kiss you for bringing us back safe.
Really not necessary.
You're back?
Where are you going with all that?
To find you two idiots! What do you think?
You were gonna go clear the roadblocks on your own?
I was gonna do whatever it takes.
I swear, you two are gonna put me in an early grave.
Who's this tall drink of trouble?
This is Nomad. He helped us get home.
Thanks for getting them back. I don't know what I'd do without these boys.
Or what you and your dad would do without this insulin.
You thought about making the move to Air One?
I've been on this land since my first breath. I don't walk so easy.
I respect that. But Mads thinks this is just the beginning. And those roadblocks, they weren't built to keep people out. They were built to keep people in.
What does that mean?
It means you should be prepared.
For what?
Prepared to decide if this homestead is worth your lives. Greetings. Excuse me, I overheard you talking about the lanterns. You got any idea where they came from?
Everything's already been said.
Thanks. See you around. Don't be afraid. This place I'm looking for. Any idea where I can find it?
Yeah, I know someplace you might be interested in.
Thanks for having my back.
And that's the black bone you have. So why did she find it? Does she? She's got to go to your number. Yeah. She's I'm just curious because she worried that did you guys talk a lot that Jules didn't know about that she was gonna. She know he was gonna be upset. Tia and Tim have been exchanging inappropriate texts and explicit pictures, taking their affair beyond mere secrecy. Not only that, the pair have been having
sex on a four-level home. Detectives believe that the same six number of the Sonia phone to avoid raising suspicion whenever they were in communication.
So, like I said, okay, so in that, obviously I have this. Okay, and then she talked about your relationship. She talked about how you are sexual. So, there's obviously no issue here that shows that you have a relationship. I just want you to tell me why. And I know you were to the shows this with you all day. Tell me why you lying. Okay. Do you want to continue this conversation? Or just want to talk about this? Okay. Do you have a sister? Alright, let me talk to her. Work on that, okay? Thanks, Tim. So, obviously after I was talking to you, okay, I kind of have to go with everything. I have to be sure. Okay, alright? So I'm going to speak to a judge. Okay, alright? Yeah, perfect.
Go. I'll find a way to link up later.
After information was got out, the insurance company they held stating that they would not release it to Tia. After the intense investigation was ended, and Tia was arrested and charged with malice murder, felony murder, and aggravated assault with Williams' death. Prosecutors argued the motive behind the murders, Tia and Williams' alleged relationship, and their desire to live off Georgia.
What are you doing here? Who are you?
Critical gaps. No gunshot was found on either Tia or
This
Tim,
is the
and
intel?
the murder weapon was never recovered.
Oh, this is gonna be a fun one.
Detectives maintain
So you
that
think you
Tia
can make some
was the
sweet
person
music out of
who
it?
shot George.
Of course. Never been a code I couldn't play. Oh, this is a little complex. Captain Savage, huh? That complicates things.
Complicates things how?
Well, this plan of his seems elaborate, and anyone involved in relaying this message, if found...
Lacey told me it would put you in a lot of jeopardy.
Everything we do for the outcasts puts us in jeopardy. This would be a purer form of annihilation. Plus, it's personal this time. Look, this is gonna take a while. Come back in a bit once I get the creative juices flowing.
Will do.
Please, hey, no, please.
Located a bad guy over there.
Who the hell are you?
Hostile identified. Over there.
Get going. I'll find a way to catch up. rocket launcher up ahead. Be careful.
Roger. Moving to the target.
Got one. Over there.
Roger. Getting in position.
Roger. Moving.
Set here, boss.
Set to take out the target.
Done.
Nice shooting.
I see a rocket gunner.
Let me get a clean shot. Moving in on hostile. They're smoked.
Well done.
Copy, boss. Moving there. On your go, Ghost Lead.
Moving to position. I'm on the target.
We're all down.
Rock and roll.
Getting in position.
Moving to the target.
Ready to shoot.
Roger. Moving.
Watch the drone overhead.
Got that hostile.
Okie dokie. All eliminated.
Good hits.
Nice shot.
Hi.
Please don't hurt me.
Help me and I won't have to. I need a way inside Herzog's prison.
I can't take any more abuse. Herzog will kill me if I help you.
Just think of all the people she's tortured in there. People who work for you. Your friends. This is your chance to stop it.
All right, look. I'll tell you how to get in, but that's all. After this, you're on your own.
And that's all I'm asking for.
Okay. First, you need to sever the optic cable in the annex building. Okay. Next,
you'll need to create a new ID to get past security. There's a biometric scanner in the control room. You'll have to scan your hand there. Once you do that, you'll have to hack the antenna on the rooftop and send the new ID to the prison servers. Then, and only then, will you be able to get into the prison.
Ready, go, Slate.
Gunner is in sight. Maneuvering in position.
Moving to position. Ready, boss.
We got all of them.
Hello. Please don't hurt me.
Help me and I won't have to. I need a way inside Herzog's prison.
I can't take any more abuse. Herzog will kill me if I help you.
Just think of all the people she's tortured in there. People who work for you. Your friends. This is your chance to stop it.
All right, look, I'll tell you how to get in, but that's all. After this, you're on your own.
And that's all I'm asking for.
Okay. First, you need to sever the optic cable in the annex building. Okay. Next, you'll need to create a new ID to get past security. There's a biometric scanner in the control room. You'll have to scan your hand there.
Right about now.
Once you do that, you'll have to hack the antenna on the rooftop and send the new ID to the prison servers. Then, and only then, will you be able to get into the prison.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
See, I already got my name. Trying to find out before shit came one. I need to figure out how to merge. Hey, if anybody knows how to